Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avataravarishthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. We saw in the last class about Prema Bhakti, by which realization of God is possible and without which realization of God is impossible. So every type of bhakti, unless it is matures into the ecstatic love of God, doesn't make us realize God, though it has great importance in our life to safeguard us in this world of dualities, not to be flown away by the winds of the worldliness, especially the present world of intense materialistic attitudes, extreme deha bhava, bodily awarenesses, mind running towards the base enjoyments. In this world, the possession and enjoyment is the only aim of life for many, and the trend is occupying larger area and larger portion of the human minds. It's very difficult to live in this world without divine protection. So, simple devotion, just to remember Him day and night, as frequent as possible, at least in the early mornings and late in the night before going to bed. Just to think of Him, just remembering few minutes, few seconds a day is sufficient to have that divine protection. Otherwise, we will be flown away towards the intense suffering and bondage from which it will be extremely difficult for us to come out. There is another kind of bhakti. Now, bhakti that is going to lead us towards a realization, and another kind of bhakti, he is telling, there is another kind of bhakti called Vaidhi Bhakti, according to which one must repeat the name of God a fixed number of times, fast, make pilgrimages, worship God, and with prescribed offerings, to make so many sacrifices, and so forth and so on. By continuing such practices a long time, one gradually acquires Raga Bhakti. The Vaidhi Bhakti. Vaidhi Bhakti is to accept God's presence, God's existence with intellectual fulfillment, that is intellectual convictions. He is totally convinced God exists, but that longing and love relationship with God has not established. He is still in the world, aspiring for the worldly prosperity and positions, but is able to understand these are all ephemeral, it's going to pass away. Something else to be achieved. That understanding has come, but he is not able to do anything. He doesn't know what to do, because he has not recognized the presence of God. Somehow he has not built up the link. He is not matching himself to receive and give from God. So that gap is still staying. So after he is still in the parichaya stage of relationship, he has not come to the sambandha. his introductory stages with God. At this time, some remote understanding, some God is there, because he relates God to the providence that takes care of Jiva. Whenever it is in danger, whenever it is in fear, whenever it is in anxiety, he turns its face to the divine, and some kind of internal protection he gets, some kind of consolation he gets, some kind of support from inside he gets, which he calls the providence taking care. Some small problems of life get solved for any reason, but he is able to assign it to the divine. Oh, by divine grace, it happened. By divine grace, this I could get. By divine grace, he is taking care of me. He is taking care of me. The moment that God is taking care of me comes, the divine providence taking care of the every jiva comes into picture. Oh, he is a benefactor of all lives. So to me also, he is a benefactor. He is constantly wishing and trying to do what is welfare and elevating for us. So this kind of understand. But to get the idea, I must get pain he understands, suffering he understands. You want to get rid of, but without leaving the world, without cultivating dispassion. I want this thing to be there with me. He is holding it, which is going to give him pain and suffering. He is holding it. And he is looking for help, that this must be with me, but it should not give me pain. He is catching with the hold, holding the world. Now he has to release the hand. Hold must be released. It is meant for you. It is yours. This world is yours. Everything is. Don't say it's mine and enjoy. It is God's. God has given me. It is gracious God. Don't have a hold on anything, whether it is property, name, fame, power, status, social status. Anything is there. Take the children, family, all this. Oh, they are the supports of my existence given by God. And each time you see the support, somebody loving you, somebody helping you, go on thanking God. Oh God, you have come in this form. This way you have come to me. This way you have made that person to come and help me in this predicament. So this clarity, that is assigning every help to God. And then now he is ready for, he has to cultivate unbroken thought of God. God must become a part of his awareness before he develops a relationship with God. So to make him a part of, inseparable part of his awareness, and make him enter into God and God enter into him in relationship, intimate relationship with each other, the small exercises are given, building up the relationship with God. Now we see here and another aspect. Do japa, repeat the name of God, sing the name, glories of God, cultivate his passion towards the world. You have duties to perform, you have responsibilities to discharge. Do all that as being in company with God, being in his presence. So here the exercises are given in such a way that your secular life becomes a worship, and also by constant remembering of God, repeating his name, calling on him with great love. Now slowly here unbroken thought of worship, puja, japa, dhyana, arrangement for God. You need flowers. You plant some flower plants for the sake of God. It's a kind of worship. God is there in and through all your activities. One thread is passing through. Oh, I want Him. I have to transcend. So, while puja also, there is smarana, remembrance of God. You are clear, remembrance of. That's why you are singing the name of God. You are doing japa, repeating His name with some seed symbols. What we call mantra japa or repetition of God's name or small prayers. And you are in continuous thought of the divine. Slowly all activities. You are serving some people, looking your Ishtadevata in them. So it's continuing. The thought of God, every act, everything is happening in association with God. God's thought is continuing, activities are passing. But one thread that is like garland. In garland, so many flowers, so many colors are there. One thread is passing through. All your activities, one thought is persisting within. It is for my Lord's sake. It's for my Lord's sake. I am worshipping my Lord. I am praising my Lord. I am in the company of my Lord. I am serving my Lord with food and other things, items. Worship. All these things. God, this smarana, unbroken thought of God slowly develops. In and through all activities, one thread is passing is His awareness of the divine. To this extent is this Vaidhi Bhakti. Vaidhi means according to Vedas, Vaidhi Bhakti, according to the scriptural injunctions at the religious level. We come down to the religious level. Still below, we go to the moral standards of human existence. Still below, just the living as nature wants. We are under the drive of nature. Little coming up, we have our independence slowly developing. Worship and all that one by one stage we are. Now unbroken thought onwards, the love is getting established. Love is germinating. Slowly the love is appearing in the heart. Heart is opening for God, welcoming God. Lord, be in my heart forever. Be in heart forever. Here slowly the Vaidhi Bhakti is getting converted into Raga Bhakti. Number of times, fasting, pilgrimage, prescribed offerings, there is worship, make so many sacrifices and so forth and so on. By continuing such practices a long time, one gradually acquires Raga Bhakti. Small scriptural injunctions following, he is going to reach the Raga Bhakti, ecstatic state of love, irresistible pull towards God to be one with Him forever and evermore. One must love God. One must love God. In order to realize God, one must be completely free from worldliness and direct all of one's mind to Him. See the simple way of presenting most complex structure of the bhakti and making it easily accessible. Path is clear. Clearly he is explaining and going, though it is tough to enter into and follow, but every understanding that is given, yes, This will be possible for me. May not be now. A little ahead I go and everything will unfold. All the strength, energy, everything will get unfolded. He is confident. One must love God, and that love must be true and totally given oneself to God. To love God is to become His forever. In order to realize God, one must be completely free from worldliness and direct all of one's mind to Him. In order to realize God, one must be completely free from worldliness. Worldliness, not that you must not possess wealth. On the wealth, it is mineness over the wealth that you possess. Oh, this belongs to God. One day I have to leave it. All this and go away. Nature will not leave me. To live forever here. My days in this world are counted the day I was born. It is now countdown. Every day, every moment, countdown is going on. Like a burning candle, my life is getting shorter and shorter. I have to leave everything. Let me not call anything of this world as mine. One must love God. In order to realize God, one must completely be free from worldliness. This worldliness is holding on to the world, having expectations from this world, and thinking that something or other, a little at least, of the enjoyments I will be able to get one day or other by possessing it and enjoying it. That doesn't understand, it is a Gomukha Vyagra. The world that is giving me enjoyments, world of enjoyments, is a tiger in the guise of a cow. Gomukha Vyagra. It is coming in a disguise. The happiness, the enjoyments of the world, sense pleasures of the world are poisons, are the baits for fishes to catch. If we don't understand, we yield ourselves and we caught in the meshes of the world. It's very difficult to go away from these meshes. With great difficulty we build ourselves, develop ourselves. So that worldliness be not there. Worldliness not be there. You are in the world. World is for you. But if world is not in you, like a boat in ocean, water is not there in the boat. You are free to move a boat. The moment water comes inside the boat, there is danger. So that is not allowed to happen. The world doesn't enter within you. You are not holding on to the world. Neither world is holding on to you. The world is there in its place. All things are there in their place. I am in my place. This is free from worldliness. Direct all of one's mind to Him. One's mind, offering one's mind to Him. Mind is an important instrument which never stays quiet. Every moment is restless, running from one topic to other, one theme to the other, one idea to other, one memory to another, one planning to another. It goes on jumping. Even from morning, waking up till night, not even a moment it is at rest. Mind is never at rest. It is continuously working. Even when asleep, in whole of the dream state, mind is the only player there. It itself has become the world. It itself has become the player, and its play is going on. So mind never becomes, it takes rest. In deep sleep, it reduces itself to one thought, absence of all things. In deep sleep we enter with one thought left in the mind, absence of ekavritti, vritti, meditation. That meditation forms, lives like as it is. It is no more works. That last, when you enter into deep sleep, one vritti is there, nothing is here. Absence of all things. It doesn't experience, no subject, no object. Subject, object, both have dissolved. Nothing exists. That nothingness is the only thing that is experienced in deep sleep of this world. On the other side it turns. The moment it knows nothing is here, the other tide towards the divine. So here we see the mind is all the time working. Now this mind, why is it working? There are two forces behind. One is the vasanas, the past tendencies. It has created momentum. Mind has acquired momentum. It's constantly seeing, constantly thinking of that, whatever it is associated with. Vasanas, the tendencies are throwing the waves of mind. The vasanas, the old tendencies, past momentum, it cannot catch any other thing, nor it catches. It cannot catch the mind, senses. Intellect it cannot catch. Body it cannot catch. But mind can catch all this. So it catches hold of the mind. So thought is governed by my awareness. If that awareness itself is caught by the vasanas, according to that my thoughts, my feelings, my actions are all governed by what is in my awareness. So mind is colored by this vasanas constantly, and it's working through mind, through the senses and other things. Now, the same mind can be what is in the awareness also. The vasanas can be so many. But I am responsible for a certain thing, and that awareness of that responsibility, I am not attached, nor I have got anything to do, but a responsibility is placed in me. Suppose somebody says, just look, keep this umbrella with you, it is not raining now, I will come in 5 minutes just to go to the shop and come. Now I have to protect this umbrella. I am not attached to it, nor I have duty. Somebody has asked me to a small service that I am going to give. If it is lost also, it is not my responsibility or anything. But still I hold on to it. Now it becomes a duty of mine. There was a Swami of our Ramakrishna order. He once went, he's in charge of a school. He took the children on a tour, and while taking them in a bus, the bus slipped into river, and whole bus got plunged into river. He is there with so many children in the bus. Now first, he somehow came out, he's trying to save all the children. The half bus is underwater, you cannot pull the children out without dipping him in the water and taking them out. They are floating with their head in the. Now you can see them. Now mind, the state of mind. How the mind, not only by vasanas, it is caught not only by vasanas. Now vasanas are divine vasanas, it wants to think of God. But the awareness of his responsibility, he has brought the children of some other people. They have sent with them with confidence that children will be taken care and brought. Now, what should not happen has happened. Now, to save that every child, he had to struggle. People rushed here, there, and every child was saved. But the mind, how mind was caught by that awareness of his duty, responsibility, and children getting drowned. That great fear in the heart. Now, the mind is not under the vasana at all. Mind is under the total control of the awareness. Awareness is governing. Suppose your awareness is filled with divine. Whatever be the vasanas, it has another power which is going to hold that mind, not allowing the vasanas to conquer. And if at all there are good vasanas which is compatible with this, which is suitable to this awareness, they start working apart from the awareness. So this later on, when he came back with all the children, save another Swami or inmate, the ashramite, asked a question to him. Did you remember God when this incident happened? He is a good sadhaka. For years and decades, he has been practicing presence of God. Unbroken presence of God with him and in his mind. The question was asked was, did you remember God at that moment and even after, immediately while saving children? No. He said, no, I could not remember. And that was and immediately he left and went away for his tapas. Oh, I have not yet acquired that thought that under all situations, all conditions of life, I will be able to hold on to God, never to forget Him. In greatest calamities also, I will not be able to leave Him. That kind of, and for years he was there in tapas. So you can understand what is giving mind to God. Unless one learned to love God, so many offerings, completely free from worldliness, and direct all of one's mind to Him. What is that? Offering giving all the entire mind to Him. Direct all of one's mind to Him. How beautiful words, but how deep, like sutras, they keep working. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.